Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Cassidy, the owner and director of the Anxiety Treatment Center of Greater Chicago. And it's my great pleasure to introduce my dear colleague, Dr. Brian Schmaus. And Dr. Brian Schmaus has been working with me for years and has a special expertise in working with people on the spectrum. And Brian, I'd love to hear what got you interested in working with children and adults who are on the spectrum, and what do you love about it?
Well, yeah, I think that I've been working with them for many years, and a lot of times they're great group of kids and adults. And a lot of times they may run into trouble, whether it be at home or at work or at school. And I found that there's things that can be done to help them. There's skills and strategies that they can learn to use to kind of improve things in their life.
Yeah, and I know one of the things that happens with a lot of us is we get clients that other people have not been successful working with. And I know Brian has a great skill in breaking down some of these complex social tasks or tasks into steps and then helping people persist long enough to learn them. So what's your favorite thing about people on the spectrum?
Well, one of the things that I really like is a lot of times they have very unique interests and are very intelligent, smart in certain areas, and they know things that I just find incredibly fascinating. Um, and I'll see some of the things that they have trouble with, or they may get stuck because of poor social skills or being rigid or inflexible. Those are probably two of the bigger things that I'll see with them, and helping them learn that they can improve things. They can improve their social skills. They can learn to be more flexible, less rigid. And then in doing so, they can improve things, whether it be at work, school, or at home.
Right, right. And that's one of the things the message that we try to give everyone is you do not have to settle. And that what we see is over time, people on the spectrum can really acquire a much richer life and develop much more comfort in the world and with their work and become more independent than perhaps people once believed they could be. If you were going to give a hot tip to a young teenager or young adult on the spectrum, what would it be?
I think probably one of the biggest issues that I'll see is when they have difficulty doing new or different things. And what I would say is there are ways to get better at being able to do that. Through repetitive
Yes.
practice and flexibility training, you can learn to better handle new and different things that you encounter in life.
Right, and that you don't have to despair that it's always going to be so difficult. How about if you were talking to parents or family members of young adults who are on the spectrum, what advice would you want to give them?
Well, yeah, what I would say to them is that, a lot of these areas of difficulty can be improved. And that the worst thing you could do is say, oh, they're on the spectrum, they can't do this or they can't do that. And instead, I would kind of identify them as areas of difficulty and things that can be worked on or improved upon. And that would probably be one thing that I would say to others.
Absolutely. And one of the things that's such a joy here is to see families and their young adults be able to complete their schooling or to develop job hunting skills or to successfully land a job or to live more independently. And there really are big things that can be done, small steps at a time. Brian, I want to thank you for your time,
Thank you.
and I know you're going to look forward to working with Dr. Brian Schmaus.